Hey there. So we're picking up. This is the second episode of working on Oles Odyssey or Oles Epic Adventure, whatever I'm going to end up calling it. But I wanted to just give a quick update to anyone who's been following the different videos. I was working with the particle editor, and it wasn't refreshing when I changed the particles. What I didn't do was close and reopen the project. So today when I reopened the project, all of a sudden all the updates to the particles I made had taken effect. So I think that it just didn't refresh itself internally somehow. So I'm just going to switch over to screen capture right now and show you that these particles definitely updated themselves. So this is just 500 particles. It was shooting at 5,000 and it was like spraying them all the way up here and everything. But if anyone who watched the tutorial on the particle editor saw that they weren't updating and I thought that it was a bug, when I reopened the program today, it did update itself. So if you run into the same problem, just close the program, save it of course, close the program, reopen it, and any changes to your particles should have taken effect on the reopen. I tested that out today and it worked. So I just wanted to bring you that update. I don't actually need those particles here, so I'm just going to exit out and I'm going to select the particle here. There. Come on. Right click is not working. I'm on the effects leveler. I don't want to add an object. I want to select an object. There we go. Alright, now I want to go back to the object layer and actually the tiles layer, and what I want to do here is just find Ocean 1 and just throw some more ocean in there. Then I want to go to the object, select that rock, and delete it. Okay, so now I'm just going to zoom out. I'm going to leave that fire and the logs on the beach because I like that. But now where we're at, if you remember in the last one, we had set up to start working on Ole's house and the terrain. So what I did was I added in these cliffs, brought the cliffs around here, added in, I had this area here to put like, gonna put like a gas station or something there, or a quickie mart. Added this little park area with this little path coming off, and then added that little path in and added that beach in. So that's kind of what I did for the updates, and I just wanted to kind of make it ready to go so that we were able to start flushing out this environment. So what I want to do in this episode now is I want to set up when I start adding some background stuff to the terrain, and I want to start adding things like trees and other buildings and things like that. So what I'm going to do now is go to the background layer, and then what I want to do is under the background layer, I just want to look for some, let's go for some bushes. So we got some different types of bushes here, and what I want to do is just find something that kind of looks west coasty. These ones look more East Coasty. How about these ones here? Bush 20-1. Yeah, that'll be good. So we're gonna slap that down here. Bush 20-2. Not 20-3. Then I'm gonna come over here. I wanted the scraggly one here again, I think. There. This one over here. Scroll down. Take this one here. Take this guy here. Scroll over this way. Yeah, that one. We're going to delete that one there. Okay. I put 2 in there by accident. I'm going to put trees in there further on, but let's take this guy again. Throw him there. Take that one. Put him over here, let's say. Throw him over here again. Take this guy. Put him there. Take that guy. Put him there. Scroll down. Take this guy. Put him there. Sure, that's enough of those types of bushes. Now let's put some weeds. There's no weeds, weed. Okay, let's go for grass. Let's find some that type of grass. We'll throw a patch of that in here. No, I don't like that one. Let's go to something like this. There we go. Just trying to break up these corners a little bit, nothing crazy. No, nothing like that. What I do want to do is I want to do that up here. Put that there. That one there. up to Oles' yard here. And it's a different color green, so that doesn't blend in as good as I'd like, so we'll go with one of these ones. There we go. That'll do. That'll make his yard look pretty good, I think. Now what I want to do is put some flowers in his yard. See what we got here. Go for some of these. No, how about this one? Sure. And how about over here? Looks good. Put some yellow in there in the mix. Throw a few white ones in here. There we go. That looks pretty good. And there's lots of other ones, but I think that'll do for this. Nope. Hanging plant. I need to zoom in a bit here. So I think I'm going to put this on the object layer now. You know what? That's going that went behind the pole, so I don't think that's going to work out. So I'll just leave that alone. Really want to mess with it. So what I did here was I put one of these items down and I put it on the object layer, but because the house is on the object layer, it went behind it. So I can go into the components and I can affect where it is, but I think I'm just not going to bother. It's not that important. I've kind of got what I need there, so just going to file, save. I think what I'm going to do is now on the object layer, I'm going to put some trees down. I'm going to find some coastal looking trees here. Actually, I want to put a cherry tree in the yard here. I think I'll do this one. And I want it to be kind of in front of the house. So what I'm going to have to do is adjust it. Actually, it can be behind the house. It could be there sticking out from the back. Sure, that looks pretty good. I'll do that. Then I don't got to adjust the layering. That should just work out fine. Just give it a quick test here. Wherever I am, I'm probably behind the house. There we go. Okay. So I'm in front of the flowers, and and in front of the tree, but then if I come here I should go behind the tree. Perfect. And I should be behind the house. Perfect. And now I haven't blocked anything off yet, so I'll disappear if I keep walking up these stairs, right? Because that's where I set the, in the last episode of this, I set the, I set it so I hit the top of the stairs and then I disappear. Because I'm going to block that off and you won't be able to go there. But I got the cherry tree down, that's what I wanted. I got some shrubs, which I should be in front of the whole time. Yeah. Good. I want to cross in front of those shrubs. Perfect. Okay. Let's just go to the back of the house here real quick and see what the grass looks like. Make sure that it's what we want. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Overgrown lawn a little bit. Got some grass there. Perfect. Alright, now we need to place some other trees in. Just make sure to save that. Don't need any willow trees, we want coniferous trees. A couple of dead trees here and there, maybe. Don't really need any. So I don't have any coniferous trees in the equation right now. So I'm going to need to add some. So we're going to go File, Save, File, Exit, and what I'm going to do, open up a folder, open up another tab, yeah, so I've got all the medieval stuff and then the dead trees pack. So what I want to do is I want to go over here to my E drive and I want to go into my art resources and backups for PVG. We're going to come in here to Norfolk Tiles. And we're going to find trees. Here we are. We're in my trees. So let's just see what these look like. Those are kind of cedary. They're not really the type I'm looking for though. These are more the type I'm looking for, kind of like a big cedar tree or a big fir tree. Those look pretty good. I think what we're going to do then is we're going to take this one, copy, come over here to my RPT tiles, new folder, we're going to call this North Trees. Okay, I've put those trees in there. We're going to open up again. It should auto scan. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is in my objects, I'm just going to go under my objects here and I'm going to filter down my directory. There we are. There's my Norfolk trees right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just place some of these. Give myself a bit of a west coasty tree vibe. We're on the object level. Perfect. Okay. Put one there. One there. One there. Let's just zoom out a little bit here. Make this a bit easier. Bang. Alright, so that's the first one. Now we're going to go over to, let's say, that one. Keep peppering these down. I know this is a little bit boring to watch, but it'll all come together pretty quick. I just need to keep placing these trees. Place one there. One down here. Okay, now we're going to get a different tree here. Which one was that? That was selected object, tree 14.6, 14.5, 14.6, 14.7. Let's go to 4.7, sure. Put one here. Bang. Bear with me, we're almost there. We're getting there. I know this is taking a bit of time, but It'll work out. Okay. Okay, and now we want to go up to, let's go to 2. Okay. Throw that one there. Throw that one there. What's up there, kitty kitty? My cat's talking to me. And over here. Hello, kitty kitty. One over here, somewhere by the rock cliff. In front of that bush. That looks good. Let's put one over here. And I think we're probably pretty good there. Now I want to find kind of a, I want to find like a, I guess we've got a couple of dead branches here. We'll take this one. Put some dead objects in the bush. And we'll take this one. Throw that one there. And my cat's clawing at my leg. Throw that in there. Throw that one there. Take this one, throw it there. Take that one, throw it there. Take this one, yeah, this one. Throw it here. There we go. Double stumps. Stump there. Stump there. And now we'll just quickly take a walk around on there. You can see a couple dead stumps there. A couple trees. A couple dead tree roots in here. Bunch of cedar trees. I'll walk in front of that bush. Walk over the grass. Let's go up towards Ole's house here and walk in front of the cliff here. So we got these spruce trees, and then we're between the cliff and the spruce trees in front of that bush. Behind it, So you can see it all kind of fits together pretty nice. And then of course you'll tweak it. Now I'll run up to the cliff here because got that tree kind of hanging out over the cliff. Probably want to move those, right? It's like some of these things we're going to want to move and adjust. So like this one, I'm going to move it there. Over here by the cliff, like this one, I want to move it out a bit. These two are too close to each other, so I'm going to take this one and move it like, kind of like that, I think. A little more rando. This one I want it out closer to the edge of the cliff, so we'll put it there. Same there. Let's see how that looks now. If I walk in front of it, I'm right at the edge of the cliff, and then I go behind the tree into the yard. I like that. That's better. Let's try this one. Same thing. I'm behind it. Now I'm out right at the edge of the cliff. Perfect. See this other one that I moved here? That's a little better. We got a little more underbrush and stuff going on. And the idea is that you go behind it and then you're by the cliff. Alright, so now what I want to do is I just want to do some path setups here. So we've been going for about 30 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is set these up off camera, but basically what I want to do is start setting some no-go zones. So like there, down here I want to go there, 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 and then up here at the top of the porch I want to kind of make that so that you can't go behind there. And then I'll just quickly show you that how that's going to work, and then we'll call it there, and I'll set the rest up off camera here. But you can see, oh, I might have set those too far. Yeah, I set those too far because it's basically around the waist of the character, so I'm going to need to zoom in a bit here, and we're just going to go bang, bang. Basically this top step is going to be out of zone. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be good there. Bang. Alright, play. Still a bit too far there. That works pretty good there. That works pretty good there. So right there I need to do one more block. Okay. A test run here. Oh, still disappearing right there. And it's because my waist disappears just up. So that's interesting because this is a blocked zone. I should be fine there, but whatever. Alright, play. There we go, we're blocked. Alright, got her set. Perfect. And then down here, oh, where was it? I did blocked off on some trees here. So I can't cross. You just don't want to be able to cross in front of the trunk, so I'm blocking into it. Same up here. You just put a couple areas to stop you from. Perfect. See, I can't cross there. So that's pretty good. I'll put one more there. And then here I didn't do any. Perfect. Control, click. Perfect. stop there by the tree, and I can go behind the tree. Just a couple little blocks there works really good to run into trees if you want to make sure the player can't just walk through the tree. This one's interesting because I think it's one over here. Yeah, it's one over. So I gotta fix that. Control click removes them. Block, block. Should be better. Yep, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. You see me lay down some objects and flush out the area a little bit. I'm going to keep doing that just to kind of flush out this area before we move on to the next part where we'll place some of the actual objects that are going to be part of the quests in the level into the scene. So we've just kind of flushed it out more. And this one's probably gone on longer than it needs to and been pretty boring, but anyone who wants to follow along with it, that's what the dev process is. Sometimes it's boring as you're just putting things down. So I'll stop there and we'll see you in the next one.